What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Sarlacc Digest, a podcast bringing you line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 108 being recorded on April 28, 2021, which brings us to 6 days for May 4th, the Bad Batch, and
holy smokes,
our Star Wars night, trivia night over at the Social in Apple Valley, California. So
that's next week.
Is it next week, dude? Next Tuesday.
Yeah, right. Less than a week.
What the hell? And then we've got Cinco de Mando the next day.
Yeah, or Revenge of the Sith, all that stuff.
It's Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, and then the Revenge of the Sith and the Sixth, sorry.
Sixth,
yeah. But there's also another line forming right here. You guys, can you guess what that line is? This is for May 4th line, which is this line, which is the next thing.
The bathroom line?
The bathroom line.
Book of Fett?
Well, no, not yet, because there's not like an official day, but we have 476 days away for celebration next year. So
you're going to have the same lines until we got the celebration.
Yeah.
Somebody's been doing some math.
I thought, yeah, it's, I think they did have a date, or maybe that just goes to June or July or something.
Did you just make up like 480 some odd?
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't know there was a date.
So I have this app, right, that gives me like all the Star Wars, like gadgets and stuff, whatever, and it does have it has a countdown on there, and it started today. I was like, whoa. I forgot all about it. Like,
well, then maybe. Let's go with it.
I should have a
standing in this line all by myself.
You are. We're gonna leave you in this line for a little bit while we go. Go get something to eat.
So when he's missing, we're gonna be like, Mike's in line still, waiting for celebration.
Yeah, so Mike's in the celebration line.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's the new excuse. That's where Mike is.
Awesome. Well, I am your host, Darth Moocher, and I'm joined here with Chris, Darth Dad 77.
Hi.
Joined here with Scott Solo.
Hey, what's up, nerds?
We got Bootleg Joe.
Ahoy.
Fanboy Mike.
Right here.
What up? We got Ernie the Fallen Fett.
Hey, guys, what's up?
We got a full house, man. It's been a long time since the six of us have actually, made it, right? This is great.
Right.
The pit is live and being digested as we speak. So, and our Patreon list is growing.
It is. Our patrons, let's give a real quick shout out to our pal Gavin Connor, who was on our last episode.
That's right.
We've got Donald Salsky in there, Rebels and Lions, that's Crystal. We've got Brandon Epler, AJ Herrera, and Miss Dora Patsos.
Yay.
We love you all. Thank
Hi,
you.
Mom.
Awesome.
Hey, Marco's mom.
Hey. See, Cliff in there loves when you say that, because then he has banter when we play games, and it's like a whole thing. Yeah, it's just great.
And then in the pit,
because
your mom loves you.
Exactly, that's what I say, and then just make it a big old joke, like.
And in the pit, we've got Santo 1414.
First in line.
He beat me.
He did.
We've got Cliff. We've got Gavin Connor. He's in there checking us out live. So thanks for being there, Gavin. We've got Mando Mike. We've got the Urban Spidey. Whoa,
yeah, what's
that
up,
all about? Let's see. We've got Safety Clink. I don't know who Safety Clink is, but we've got them in there. We've got Treebeard. Treebeard's in there.
Oh, what up, Barry?
And so we've got a pretty loaded room there.
There you go. Awesome. So when it comes to Star Wars news and rumors and everything from last week to this week, I don't see a lot, right? There's not a lot of things, but I was kind of digging up some
it's a great show, guys.
Great show. So we'll see you next. Yeah, right. No, but
directed by George Lucas.
Speaking of George, okay, that's what I was going to bring up, right? So I've been hearing
well done.
Yeah, it was planned. His name keeps popping up a lot. So I was like, okay, what is he actually up to? Is he really involved in new Star Wars stuff? Is he just taking a break? So the stuff that I was digging up, it seemed like everything he's doing, he's focusing on his family and his charity business that he's been running and stuff. He visits the set on and off, but nothing indicates that he's real, as far as like him personally, in quotes or interviews or nothing, right? So where are these people coming up with that he's filming all kinds of Disney Plus episodes, how he's recasting, how he's going to take over Captain? He's doing all these things, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to try to find out for real. And one thing that I did see, and maybe that's where everybody's going off is like, if you look on like IMDb of Ahsoka or Andor and all that stuff, George Lucas is there as almost being credited as writing certain episodes, like episode 1 and 2 of Andor, episode 1 of Ahsoka, episode 5 of Bad Batch, all these things, like it's actually on there. So I don't know if that's where they're taking this information and be like, he's involved, or is just maybe characters by George Lucas, and they have to give him credit. You know what I mean? Like,
That's probably more. That's probably more.
I was trying to figure out where this was going. Why are we going through life enjoying Star Wars, but it seems like 90% of all the other not podcasts, but like YouTube channels
Some of them too.
Yeah, and they're just kind of like adamant. I mean, they know all this information. They have flies on the wall. They're adamant about this stuff. So I was like, well, let me try to investigate this a little bit further, and I can't find anything, nothing official.
Because there's nothing there. Because if there was anything there, that would be big.
It would be huge. It would be a press conference news, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
look at that. No. It wouldn't be like neat surprise, right? Don't get me wrong. The only time I was hoping for that surprise was at the end of The Rescue. I was wishing that the end would say directed by George Lucas.
Yes.
Right, because Luke was in it at that point. I'm like, that would be the only cooler thing ever.
Good point.
At this point, I don't need it. I don't need to be surprised. Tell me ahead of time. That's the bigger deal. I'm gonna wait for this Lucas episode.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that's the point.
He's enjoying the life of a retired person, right? Like he's showing up on set to go see his friends.
Right.
I mean, like that's. Hey, can I come over today?
The most directing he's going to do is Han wouldn't hang that jacket back up.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's his directing. That's as far as he's going to go.
He sees a shot and they look over at him and he tilts the head like, and then redo it all.
Right here.
You're all fired.
Yeah. And we would all rejoice if all that stuff was true. Don't get us wrong. I'm not combating it to the point where it's like, no, that's bull crap and all this. No. It's the thing is like, again, we like to talk about official stuff. There are rumors that are cool rumors, and some rumors have traction. And this one would be cool.
It would be cool. How about, did we talk about the Rian Johnson? Like how he says he's been talking to Filoni?
Real quick. I mean, can't IMDb pretty much be edited by anybody?
I don't know.
It.
As long as you've got an account, a paid account, you can edit it.
I don't honestly. Yeah,
like
I don't.
Wikipedia that way.
I don't know how that works. You know what I mean?
But I do believe he's right. I think he can get updated.
Like Wikipedia kind of stuff where you could just input. Yeah, I don't know.
So, I mean, some people could go in there, throw in a bunch of misinformation and call it real because they saw it on IMDb. So,
yeah.
Right, exactly.
That'd be disappointing.
Well, that's what we need to start doing, guys. That's how we get those clicks.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So I did an investigation, and George Lucas is standing right here. Hold on, let him come. Yeah.
We can do it.
Well, hi guys. I just wanted to,
I need your podcast.
I can't do a good George Lucas.
Your podcast has to be faster and more intense.
Was it?
Faster and more intense.
Faster and more intense.
Yes,
podcast.
sir.
We can always say he's going to be on the show, and then just like when we start, I couldn't make it, but someday.
You didn't see. Yeah.
In the next few minutes, he'll be here. 3 hours later, you know what?
Yeah.
But our watch throughs were pretty good.
Yeah. So I mean, it's still fun to see this still going on. It's just there's so much more to talk about Star Wars. Like we do lists and we geek out on Star Wars and the lore and stuff, and we'll have a book review here and coming up later that Chris is doing. That's the stuff that I think everybody should be more excited about than who's taking over for Kathleen Kennedy kind of stuff.
And that's what it used to be. We didn't care about the behind the scenes stuff. I really didn't. I really still kind of don't. It's just the fact that it's the news, and it's what's going on. I really still only care about the story and the people. That's
the only behind the scenes I like is like Doug Chang's artwork. You know what I mean? Like this is how they made this. I love that stuff. I don't like the politics behind this. Like Bob Chapek's the new CEO of Disney. I don't care. Like, unless he's going to uproot Disney from Anaheim over to somewhere else, I don't care, Speaking of, they lit the castle, Ernie. They lit the castle. They lit it, boys. They lit
So, one of my buddies, one of the former Nerds with Attitude, Dave, he went over to Disneyland for the employee preview yesterday and pretty much walked right on Rise of the Resistance, walked right on the Falcon.
Awesome.
He did say that it's going to be $250 now for a Build-A-Saber, which is just
what?
Yeah.
Well, what's that? $40, $50 more than what we paid.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't it 190? Was it 190 around there?
No, it was 2.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was $200. So.
Yeah.
So it's prices are going up.
Yeah.
On some of that stuff, but otherwise, he said it was just magical to be there.
They got a year to recoup, and of course the diehards are going to pay for it.
And how much is it a day?
It depends on when you go.
Yeah, we bought a 2-day pass. So we bought one for May 11th. We're going and May 24th, and it was $150 per person
For a park hopper for 2 days,
No.
or just
Nope,
one?
That's one part.
So
That's
one
one
park,
park.
2 days.
one park per day.
Wow. See, I
That's
can't roll with that.
all that.
I've been a pass holder since I was 15.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
really sucks it was taken away.
Yeah.
I'm all for you, Scott. Like, that's cool. I seen everybody there today, and I see everybody saying, see, because there's a lot of people who are knocking it. I'm not knocking it. Like, it's just not me right now. Me and Evil Diva can't go do that.
Right.
Like that's not happening.
That's not how we experience it.
And then you got to pick it, and then it's only 9 to 7.
Mhm.
That isn't enough for me right now, as much as I love it.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
our
you
wedding
see,
anniversary. It's our 24th wedding anniversary.
cool.
So that's why we're doing
Yeah.
it.
yeah, so that's awesome. And
Yeah.
then you see people today who are like, oh, see, the rides aren't going to be long or anything. Like, it's cast member preview days.
Right.
It's not even fully open to what everybody's there.
correct.
25% capacity.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot to it. So I'd rather just wait.
Yeah, there's a different mentality
And-
when you have a pass. You know what I mean?
and
Like
go.
when we
Yeah.
had our thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for too, Ernie. I'm waiting for that. Even though when the passes come back, they should be at 100%. It'll be shoulder to shoulder, just like before. Nothing's
Right.
going to change in that aspect. We've been there
you've
when
seen
it's
some of the
almost.
videos today, like just to walk down, because there is no more trams. You got to walk.
Oh
the
wow,
tram route.
really?
So that area this morning was totally packed. There wasn't separation or anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been to Disney World, and they have their separation going on and like that. And then certain areas you don't. So I mean, it's a whole give and take situation.
Yeah.
Scott, that's awesome. You guys are going for your anniversary. I hope you enjoy it. As my end, I gotta wait.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'll just wait to get back there, because I can't do that. But I have heard of all the prices going up and then other stuff. I can't wait till it's just a little bit more normal.
Right.
But at the same time, I can't wait to step on Main Street and just start bawling my freaking eyes.
You won't be alone.
Hey, Will, really, a quick question. Have they ever talked about the Saber meetup? As far as that happening this year, maybe
They're
just-
doing one May 4th.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. But see, that's
Wow.
the thing too. So how Scott is saying his days,
Right.
you had to pick your days that you're going to show up.
Right.
And so right now everything's getting, picked.
Yeah.
And already presented. You just can't buy a ticket and then show up.
Correct.
And then so Chris, the tickets right now are in tiers.
Right.
There's like tier 5, 4, 3, and that's where your price comes in, and the day that you can pick.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was
So it is-
amazed that I
it's
bought
yeah.
a Monday, and the Monday
Okay.
was 150, and I'm like,
What are the tiers?
what's a Monday 150?
Right. I don't know exactly, Joey, how they're basing that, because just like Scott said right now, his is a Monday and his was that price.
Right.
So I don't know what they're doing, because you kind of would figure, right, Scott, 150 would have been a weekend.
That's
Like,
what
hey,
I
we
thought, yeah.
right, exactly. We want to go Monday, give us that 115 price. So I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody's heard or not, Scott, if you've looked into it. Did parking go up? I heard a
haven't
rumor
looked into it
about
yet.
that.
To 25 maybe, or
Probably. It's been 25, hasn't it?
Has it? I thought it was.
I
20,
thought it was
but-
30.
Oh wow. Jeez.
So
I had
said
it-
when it was
went up
12.
Yeah.
Right. Right. You remember those days? So yeah, to hear a $50 increase on the Build-A-Saber,
Yeah.
Yeah.
ooh, I'm gonna have to start being like Scott and start buying all of the
it's
hills.
the legacy ones. Yeah.
It's not
Right.
just recoup, it's the 25% capacity.
And I
Mhm.
That too.
That's
because
true.
You're,
That
you're
too.
operating now, and it's going to cost you damn
True.
near as much as it would cost you with everybody. So
And they're not
Yeah.
scaling back on staff because they've got to have the staff there to make sure they can clean everything after.
Correct.
Yeah, man.
yeah,
now
so
here's
I'm
the thing
saying-
though too that sucks about that, Scott, and I don't know how you feel about it, or you guys. Evil Diva and I got into a conversation about it, as far as there's a little bit more leniency now with showing tattoos,
Right. I saw that. Yeah.
doing that.
Facial hair,
I-
piercings.
I kind of feel like, and it actually happened to me, and I have a big complaint. And the reason why, like, I'm all for tattoos and everything like that, but then I don't want to walk into Batu
right.
and see somebody's tattoo
LA
that isn't.
Lakers or
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that takes away from it.
I'm
The
hoping.
tattoos,
Yeah.
merge
the
and-
tattoos, the
Yes.
tattoos and the scruffy hair and the beards and all that work if they're Star Wars. I mean, if the tats are Star Wars.
Chris,
things.
us, can
Yeah.
we? Well, I couldn't with this, but if I showed this, like, that's cool.
Right.
Chris's tattoos are cool.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Some of Joey's would be fine to be able
Well,
to
the
show.
characters do interact with that too. They look at your Boba Fett.
Not the corn one, Joey.
Yeah.
Not the corn one. You
They
have to
do
clear the
enter-
corn one,
yeah.
but-
They're not ready for
Well,
that.
I think Disneyland will say, yeah, we'll hire people and stuff, but here, put this long sleeve shirt on. You know what I mean?
So here's my complaint about it. We actually went down to downtown. We had to kill some time. We went down there, and I was taking the information that I also heard, and Scott confirmed, as far as some of the legacy sabers were gone. Now, this is where, at this point, it kind of like, I feel like let's get back to it, because everybody who we all went to together as a group in Batu knew everything they were talking about.
Right.
The immersion was great.
Right.
Right. I mean, on everybody. They were playing games with people.
Right.
They would, see your tattoos and know what was going on, everything. So I walk up to the saber one and I said, okay, because I was ready to purchase one. And I wanted one of the ones that were gone. I said, which ones are officially gone that you have that are going to be leaving? I don't know, man. Whatever's here.
Huh.
What? I said, no, I was looking to get a saber. Isn't there, aren't there some? I don't know, man. I'm from this world of Earth. So I don't know. I was getting so mad.
Yeah.
That second comment.
Yeah.
I said, are you serious?
What
Yeah.
a
I said, are you
bummer.
serious? And he goes, I don't know. You see this in the glass? This is what I have.
What do you see? This
That's
is
what he
I got.
said. Dude, that's what he said. He said, do you see what's in the glass?
Wow.
This
This is a
pretty much
Disney
gave me the
employee?
Janeek Garofalo off the cable guy.
is what I have. Dude, I swear. And I'm just like,
This one's silver.
Dude, they got a lot
okay.
of tables.
And so I was excited, Scott. They had the Luke Skywalker helmet, the Rebel X-Wing one.
Right.
Yeah.
So I grabbed that, but I had to wait for everybody was trying it on. So I asked him, I said, can I get one from the back that everybody wasn't putting on?
Right.
Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Because I just let the saber thing go. I was pissed. I was trying to calm down. And then he goes, I don't know. We don't. Where did you find that at? I said, it was out there, but everybody's putting it on. Well, then you're lucky you got that.
Dude,
I literally looked at him and I just nodded my head and I walked away.
yeah. Yeah.
And then
That's
I went,
great.
See, now that's reportable right there.
Right.
I did.
That right there.
I did.
okay.
I was full Karen. I went and found a supervisor and was like, I was ready to buy at least 2 sabers because I wanted to get the Ahsoka ones if they had it.
Right.
I said, now I walked away with nothing. I said, you have somebody working the counter that has no idea what they're doing. I said, all the times that we've been here, I haven't experienced that yet. I said, why have him there then if he can't answer no questions?
You tell them, California, we don't have this problem.
This is the replies that we get. And she agreed and was just very sorry. But
Yeah.
oh man, he pissed me off.
Wow.
That
I
was
couldn't
here, though,
believe it.
right? That was here in California. That was
Yeah, that was in downtown Disney.
Oh, it was. The downtown.
Wow.
Oh, see, I thought it
Yeah,
was,
this was just-
inside.
this-
Okay, I thought it's
No,
when
this
you
was
went
just
to
a weekend.
Florida. Oh,
No,
well, okay. Let me
this
ask
was
you
just a
that then.
weekend.
Do you forgive that more because they are downtown? The downtown Disney shop is not as
No.
not really immersion, right? So I mean, yeah, he was rude,
not
but
in
he
character,
wasn't.
right?
He wasn't
they-
supposed to be in character,
Go
or
ahead,
they
Scott.
are.
They are in character.
Yes.
Oh, they are
supposed
supposed
to
to.
be in character whenever they are there. They are part
Well, then,
of the
there you
Star
go.
Wars galaxy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
They're not on Batu, but they are supposed to be as part of the galaxy.
Did you
And so
tell?
that's why
Or he
his
just
answer
said,
to me was, well, I don't know about you, but I'm from Earth.
"Wow." You
Yeah.
just
He
said, "Just
told
let me
you
have
that?
this one,
Oh
dude."
my
Like
God.
seriously, man. I'm 40
That's-
years old. Like I need this. Okay.
That's
Right.
that's just being a condescending
Can you-
jerk, though.
Can you
That's-
give me something from Star Wars?
Yeah,
man?
dude.
Yeah,
Like
he
just
didn't even try.
just peas the 40-year-olds. Come on, dude. Like I
And
mean,
so, see,
it's
like-
not that hard.
And I told Corinne, I said, this is my point as far as the letting some leniency in. Like I can get, but this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now you
yeah.
just threw this dude in here who didn't have
Yeah.
no idea or anything. And I said, and they just
Yep.
lost
They're
the
ruining.
sale.
They're ruining
I said,
it.
am I
Yeah.
sounding like a Karen and I'm crying over I didn't get a saber and everything? I said, yeah, definitely. But that guy took away from my experience.
This is
Like for real.
what they need to
that's what you're
understand
paying
is
for.
what they need to understand is the amount of money that you drop to either go to Disneyland
Yeah.
or even buy those lightsabers. There is a point of that person on the other end, understanding like, look, it is what it is, and go with the flow.
Yeah.
This isn't something free. You're not asking for anything free. You're not, demanding anything. It's like, again, our, I place us in a very, very unique generation, right? Like our generation, and a lot of the chat too, is in that same age group. We
Not
have,
Mando Mike. He's older. He's older.
yeah. He's not quite a boomer, but he's like right there. But,
He's getting there. He's
but I
getting
mean,
moving.
like we have imaginations, I think, and we and we add to this world. Like I said, when all that political stuff was going, you had the millennials fighting with the boomers and skipped us, right? I was just like, look at that. This is beautiful because we are like this world, the COVID world was made for us, right? This was like our MTV world.
I've been quite fine.
Yeah. So
right.
Exactly. So when you get these people that don't really want to understand or do that thing to you, it really does. It's gonna hurt in the long run because again, we will go back and spend money over and over. Yeah. And
see, that's why I hope that it gets weeded out and we all get to get that experience again.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to show up crying.
Yeah.
And all that, but it's a whole immersion no matter where you are. If you're on Main Street, if you're in Batu, if you're in Fantasyland, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And especially, I get it, I'm there all the time, but that was my escape.
Yeah.
Like all the time. So I can't wait to get back to it. I mean, and honestly, okay, like Chris, you didn't have a pass. You were able to go with us one time. Would that have bummed you out to show up and like nobody in Batu was in character?
Yeah, there was like two people that were really into it that made the whole thing. Everybody else was cool, but they were really into it. Nobody was out like that though. That would have pissed me off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I remember when we went when me and Desiree went the first time with you guys, and we were talking with this older lady, and when I did the Builder Droid, and she was, I mean, she wasn't like big time knowledgeable, but just the fact that she said, "I know of this planet called Target."
That's awesome. Yeah.
And she switched her words.
And she was saying how we can use our chip there. Just that right there made it like, this is so cool because she called Target a planet.
Right.
Yeah. One of my favorite experiences was taking the card game Sarlacc,
right,
and asking the lady at the store or she offered to show us how to play it.
Yeah.
So we sat there and played some rounds.
The cashier
of with the cashier. It was incredible.
That was awesome.
And it was all bright suns, and it was.
That's
great.
why we go back.
To say, in all honesty, like in this time that we live in, it's so cool. Here we are. We're doing a Star Wars podcast and everything.
Right.
This dude made me feel like a nerd.
Yeah. It's back in high school already. Here we go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
By the words.
A lot of table, dude.
Just by the words of, I'm sorry, I'm from Earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He even did the quotes. He literally did the quote. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm from Earth.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, okay. Gee, are you serious?
Right.
So
they don't get it.
He goes, what is this Earth you talk about?
Yeah, Earth. Is that with a U? Is that with a U or an A?
Dude, and just like start slapping him with it. Can I get somebody else?
I mentioned this to Scott. I said within the year, I'm hoping that they fixed Rise of Resistance for it doesn't break down as much. I mean, even if it's half as much, I mean, don't break down half as much, we'd be great. You know what I mean? We had a whole year now. Fix the magnets on the track. Let's do it.
Yeah, they had a whole year to work on it, so I can go through the whole ride.
Yeah, so Joey can experience more than 50% of the ride now. So,
I think we got about 60% through.
So
about 75%.
Speaking of Batu, I broke down and I bought the Quest, the VR Quest.
Oh wow!
I did. I bought it and it's been a week, and the first thing I did was buy the Tales from the Galaxy's Edge.
And pad up your room because you're gonna be falling through some
windows. It is life changing. Again, life changing, man. The VR. First off, VR is awesome.
I'm with Mike, dude. Some of those are my favorite videos.
Yeah,
where somebody thinks they're falling and somebody pushes.
There's some
just straight. That's the best.
But yeah, dude,
everything, man.
Yeah.
We'll have to get together and play it, dude, because it is freaking amazing. Like just.
Have you got blasted or a saber and have you jumped or anything?
Oh, dude, I've gotten to I was playing the other day and I was getting ambushed and I felt like diving, like behind a rock.
Yes.
I really felt like it. Then I had to catch myself, like, don't do that because you're gonna go through your TV. You're like, don't do it. So, it is amazing. And then so. They actually announced that they're doing a expansion to that, so they're expanding on that game, on that VR game. I also bought the Vader Immortal, which I haven't played yet because
that one's fun. I've played that.
Yeah.
So
we'll have to get together and play it and project it to the TV. It's freaking amazing. It's like
I'm going to say one thing. I played the Vive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Remember Marcus has our friend. And the first time I had it, it was a zombie game.
Oh,
you're
man.
holding these things and they're in both hands and the handle goes up and you have this round bit.
Right.
I don't know what I was thinking, right? But I had the knife. I could see the knife in the screen. So I wanted to stab the zombie. So I flipped the controller in my hand really fast and went at it. Man, I heard everybody yell, Chris. I stabbed his TV. Nothing broke. The controller was fine. The TV was fine. But I don't know what I'm like. I was thinking in the screen, because I could see my hand. So I'm thinking, if I flip this, the blade will go that way.
Right,
so
right. It should have.
It was all a mess, dude.
Oh, that's hilarious. It really yeah, there's been times, like I said, you know, in the VR in this game, you look down on your chest, you have pouches and stuff, so it's like you see your hands as gauntlets, and then you see your torso, and you attach guns. So you see everything that you attach yourself. You know, it's very very cool, and it is a motion thing. So like you press forward to walk, and it's a little bit getting used to it, but once you're in it, man, and once like certain characters come to you, and they're like, I mean, beyond lifelike, and it's or you know, real life, it's standing right there. It's life changing, man. Like
standing in front of Darth Vader as he's breathing on you,
and he's huge,
and like menacing and yelling at you. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I swear, I'd be like me and Mike said. I couldn't.
You guys get motion sick? See, I thought I did.
The people in the videos.
Oh yeah.
Dude, like I'd be the one falling, or like Chris said, I throw something into a TV. I would immediately. I know I would.
Yeah. Mando Mike asked what's better. What's better of the PC? But the one that I got, Mike, was the Quest 2, which it can be a PC. You can attach it to the PC and play Steam games and Steam VR and all that stuff. And then of course it's got its own processor, and it's amazing. Like I was like, okay, I haven't bought a system in a long time, right? I was gonna buy the Nintendo Switch or the new Sony, you know, the PlayStation or the Xbox. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get this right now, because you know what? I felt like I just need to do something different, because I'm a PC gamer, and so it'll kind of go along with that anyway. Also, Squadrons you can play on that too. So I'm really like trying to really not leave the house and never ever get laid ever in my life ever again.
You're really trying to go through a window, aren't you?
I'm never ever trying to get laid ever again.
Squadrons would be fun. Squadrons would be cool in VR. That's the one I would probably
think
like.
I'd get dizzier if I was in Squadrons with this.
Honestly, dude,
control.
Yeah, like I thought I was gonna get. I mean, if you spend more time in there, you get a little bit of like a motion headache, but you take it off, 15-minute rest, you're back to normal, you know. But
you forget you're in VR.
You do.
Like when you come out, I say, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one.
There's the one.
That's cool. That was
the one.
Yeah.
Oh no, Scott had one earlier.
I did, you know, Scheisse.
See? Oh, that one's fine. You're allowed on those. You can have 3 of those.
Oh, okay, all right.
yeah, at least 3.
See, I would probably stop breathing, because that's the flying one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I even though I'm just on the couch, like, here you go, Ernie, this is safe. Nope. As soon as I get hit and start going down, that's it.
Yeah, dude. There.
Eject.
Right.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Yeah, dude. It is a different experience altogether. I'm glad I did it, and I was like, yeah, this is cool, man. I like it. So,
I'll stick to the Atari Empire Strikes Back. Just
there you go.
give me that.
I'll do that too. Man. Yeah, no, I've been having a blast. Like we'll have to get together and do that, and
I'll film all of you.
Yeah, there you go. We'll put it on. We'll put it on YouTube. That'd be fun, dude.
There's our TikTok. There's the TikTok.
There you go.
There.
Yeah.
Idiots playing video games in VR.
that probably is the ticket.
Yeah, it probably is, for real.
Probably is.
There's one thing that we could discuss a little fast, like Matt Lapner, who did voice the Anakin in Clone Wars. He officially came out and said that Anakin is returning some way, somehow.
How in trouble is this dude for saying that? Like literally in an interview said,
Yes.
I'm not done with Anakin. You're going to see Anakin again. What the?
Yeah.
You can't do that in an interview.
Right.
We do interviews. I know you can't ask that question. I can't get that answer. I'm sure of it.
No, it slipped. It definitely slipped.
So what was the Hayden thing as well? Did he also say that? Or is that
no?
Hayden, I saw both.
Well, Hayden was official. Like that.
Hayden's officially in Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
that's all true.
He at first it was that
I saw
rumor.
his quote though with him coming back, and that supposedly he said, "Well, yeah, Hayden too. It's both of us." That's the stupid one I saw. I didn't know if it was real.
Yeah, I think it's because Hayden's coming back live action and he's going back cartoon.
Okay, so he kind of was like.
I bet same time frame, because what I'm hoping is this is where we get our animated Vader series, and the Matt Latner bit are all the Anakin flashbacks with Padme in Vader's head.
I'm thinking it's going to be Bad Batch. I think it's going to be Bad Batch. I think we're in the time of Vader, but the Bad Batch were operatives back during the Clone Wars. flashbacks
Right.
back and forth to Anakin.
Did you
That's
see
what
the
I think
time
it
list
is.
for the first 3 episodes?
No. What was
The
it?
first episode's like 75 minutes.
Oh
What?
yeah.
Yes.
It's like
And this-
long.
Yeah, and the second one's like 45 or something, and the
Dang.
third one's 35.
That's what I was going to ask you guys. Like,
Right.
I was going to ask you guys what we know about Bad Batch and everything. Is there going to be heavy lore moments that we're going to really take and really kind of like put it in the mix?
I think more than we expect, especially with the Emperor on the cover,
Yeah.
on the poster, right?
Very true. Very true.
I never once did any of you. I understand it's the Empire's time, but I never expected to see Palpatine on anything.
Mm-mm.
No, like I wonder
Right.
how that works too,
Right.
because we're after Order 66, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm hoping
yeah,
it's like
I mean,
Rebels
it's
heavy
after
that
them.
way. You know, like Rebels
Right.
really
Yeah.
got into the Emperor and Vader. I mean, really got into a lot of like that just interesting stuff. And I'm really hoping Bad Batch follows suit. I really do.
I'm really hoping Bad Batch has a lot to do with Order 66, and either protecting people or hiding them or doing whatever. I know it's not, but
well,
I hope it runs into a mission or two, like doing that. Like I said, Grogu.
Grogu would be perfect.
You know,
Grogu would be perfect, and Kanan Jarrus would be perfect too.
Hell yeah.
You know, like that
or
interaction.
Caleb Doom save. You know?
Yeah, and Cal Kestis, that would be perfect to have a cameo in there.
Oh man, what if they were all in it? I want them all in the same room now, getting out right before Anakin showed up.
dude.
He's a,
Yeah.
and that's what they say, right? They're like
Right.
Grogu, Cal,
Yeah,
Caleb, go get help. Okay,
was Kanan and Cal about the
Right.
same age? Or was Kanan
Kanan would have been a little bit older.
a little bit older? Okay,
A little bit older.
I figured that.
Yeah, I remember we had mentioned something about that, and so yeah, he would be just wait, he'd be like the oldest, right?
Kanan?
A touch,
Yeah.
only a touch though, because he was in season 7, right? And he was. He was
when
only-
they showed him,
Yeah,
right, with his
Mhm.
master, right?
He's about 10.
Yeah.
I would say.
Right.
yeah. So Grogu technically is still going to be the oldest.
Yeah, he's the oldest. Yeah.
So
Oh,
he's
oh,
probably
yeah.
he's probably 20 at that point. And how old would Cal be then? Cal might have been the oldest.
Cal, I think in the video game he's like 17, 18, I think.
But how long is that after? Because I didn't.
It's immediately after Order 60. Well, it's after Order
Oh,
66.
then he's the oldest one. Then he's the
Yeah.
oldest. Cal's the one leading the pack out.
Yeah, because he's in
Yeah.
hiding as the Empire just took over. So
I
But they
love what
kinda-
what Cliff just said. He said, and like true Star Wars fans, we build up expectations to be let down.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
hey,
Because right now, in 2
That's the
minutes,
name
we
of the
already got
game.
Vader. We
Yeah.
got Vader
Yeah.
coming back.
Cal
That's what we
Kestis.
do, man.
Cliff,
Yeah.
welcome to the Sarlacc Digest. It's what we do.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Been
don't
doing
worry.
this for a minute.
Yeah, Cliff and I do that too. So
We're at the end of that 75-minute episode. Well, that sucked. No Vader.
yeah.
For sure.
What? No Vader? No
It's not
Anakin?
Vader, Kathleen
Matt Latner
Kennedy.
said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just them blowing stuff up for 75 minutes. No, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm.
I just can't see Bad Batch spending too much time flashing back to the Jedi. I feel like they're going
Right.
to move on from the old Jedi, from Anakin and Obi-Wan. I just
yeah.
specifically, I just don't know. It would make sense to, because they were
Yeah.
the Clone Wars, right?
I
But
think individually they'll go back and kind of tell how they got started on each one of them.
I'm
Maybe.
sure.
Yeah,
Which would be a prime opportunity to have Anakin around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, they were the first batch, right, or the first experimental batch, or something like that, to make them not all universally the same. So, yeah, that'd be awesome to learn more. Like I said,
Wrestling Hound brought up a good point. Cal was a kid during Order 66.
Like how old? That's what I'm saying.
He
Yeah.
was like probably like maybe 13.
Then the
'Cause I
same
remember
age. Then he's
Remember
close
when
to the same-
when Order 66 hit, he was with his master,
right.
and that's when the clones came in and killed his master, and he was a kid. He was probably like 13.
So the
years
game
old.
takes place like 5 years after, then, huh?
Probably.
Like,
Okay, that's where I was trying to get time for, because I don't
Okay.
remember. So
Oh,
there you
okay.
go. Then Kanan is going to be close. They're going to be almost the same exact
right.
age.
So
Man.
would be awesome to see them both as kids, then,
Like
right there. You know?
Buddies, like they're the guys hanging out. Like,
That's-
oh,
that's what I was gonna
let's
say.
go, let's go. We
That
gotta
would be
run.
awesome, dude.
Right.
Grab Grogu.
Grab that.
well, old enough to take the kids and who they could get out and kind
Yeah.
of be that
Oh.
mentor now.
What if they say
Or
grab the kid
no,
and it turn
He's
around
the
as
one that hit
freaking-
him in that room. They're the
Yeah.
ones that hit him. How bad would that be if Cal and Caleb hid the kids in the room that Anakin went to? They're all hide behind the chairs, stay in here.
Yeah.
Don't worry, somebody will come save you. We'll protect you. And then Anakin bust in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Number one, Kanan was off planet.
He
Kanan
set
and
him up for slaughter.
Kanan
Hey.
and Depa Billaba were off planet. That's covered in Kanan's comic books.
Okay.
They can fix that though.
Yeah.
Rewrite the comic book.
Yeah,
They
right.
can fix it.
Right.
That was early canon.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
they have to adjust some stuff now. That's all right.
Timing.
Retcon.
It'll be interesting, definitely, man. I like I said, 75 is
Here.
a
And we know it is the kid too because you hear younglings go in here and you hear the accent.
yeah.
Yes,
Right.
master.
Yes,
Yeah.
master.
They're like, oh,
Nothing's ever
that's
going to
the
happen.
kid.
No,
So
no,
messed
no,
up.
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing
messed
at all.
Nothing at all.
So yeah, I mean that's I didn't know about the run times on that. That's
Yeah.
a heavy first episode, man. That's,
I was trying to find the confirmation. I mean, I saw it a couple times today.
Oh, okay, cool.
I can't find it right now, but yes,
Cool.
70 some for the first one, 40 for the second.
So is it going to be May 4th and then that Friday, episode 2, or is it going to be?
it's going to be the 40, yeah. So we get a heavy, long
Wow.
weekend of it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I'm sure it's going to set the whole story,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then we go from there.
Man, we're
So-
gonna watch it at midnight. That means we're not going to bed till like 2:00 in the morning. So
I like how Disney's doing this though. They're not keeping it to the half hour, 45-minute. Blah,
well, they
blah, blah.
probably
I mean,
will.
with everything else that we've
Yeah.
got so far, it's been
Yeah.
like 45, 50 minutes, 55 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I love that.
I
I
mean-
love that part because they're not on this schedule to tell.
They
Yeah.
go for the script. Whatever the script is, they're
Right.
going.
I
for.
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
it's good.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that being.
So Adam
inconsistent.
says that FYI, there's a shot in the sizzle reel released back in December where we can see Captain Rex's Palderon and what looks like could be possibly Anakin's hand.
There you go.
So I mean, we
Well,
could get
Matt
Are we
Latner
telling
just-
that because of the color of the skin of his hand, or the glove, or what are we talking about?
Well, it's got to be the black
Like-
glove and the reddish
black glove?
arm, like the yeah.
So I would assume if that's like the burgundy glove stuff. I'm like, yeah, Anakin could be in it for sure.
That's cool. I
Well,
can't wait. I can't
it
believe
could.
we're 6 days away.
But I don't think that's what Matt Latner was talking about.
Right.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't seem like
It seems like he's
Because we're
talking
so
about
close.
future.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like he's been contacted about things. He's been in talks about things. Is what he
Okay.
said.
Okay.
So maybe the
And-
acolyte.
Yeah. Well, why?
That would be
I'm just
way
saying, like,
too.
Well,
way-
You
yeah.
got to own that. Why?
Yeah.
Well, I was just saying that was just. I mean,
Oh.
we have an idea as to what the acolyte could be.
about 200
200
years
years before
Yeah.
A New Hope.
About 200.
Yeah,
at the end of the High Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be the end of the High Republic.
Shoot.
We're hoping to get into like a Plagueis type intro, something like that.
oh,
I'm hoping because
I don't even remember what's still all supposed to be coming out.
Oh, dude.
Man.
man.
What
Cool.
about that Visions? Isn't that the anime cartoon?
Visions is anime reimagining Star Wars. That's
Yeah.
this year.
That's the
Yeah, the
anime.
anime.
the
Yeah.
one that we were hoping are like the YouTube ones.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
that.
currently reviewing the sizzle reel just to see. If
Are
I
you?
can see what I'm talking
Oh,
about. Yeah.
awesome.
Cool. Cool.
So
So
Did
let's.
anybody go back and watch the previews from Joey last week?
Oh no.
No.
Yeah,
All the
neither.
trailers. You did.
Yeah, the trailers. The
No,
trailers.
you're right. I
Yeah.
should have. I meant to.
Absolutely. They should be, man. That's what the Disney Plus needs to do. Put all the trailers on. Remember, like the DVDs used
Yeah.
to come with all the theatrical trailers, and I used to watch them all, like big time. So
Yes.
that would be cool to have like a
Yeah.
from 1977 on, like all the bad trailers and everything. That'd be awesome. All the
My
TV
my
spots.
brother-in-law has an idea where he thinks it'd be the greatest channel in the world is to have old 80s ads, like old ads playing.
There is a YouTube
Yeah.
channel. like
Yeah,
that,
there's a
apparently.
lot
Shut
of
up,
them.
really?
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
no.
there's a YouTube channel. that
What's the
does that.
greatest thing, Scott, is like what I used to look up like old cartoons, and they used to have like they taped it, so you had all the cartoons plus the commercials.
That's what
Oh,
I
yeah.
would want.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
want
That
to
was it,
watch
yeah.
something that was like like a Punky Brewster episode,
and it
you'd
has the
watch, like,
actual commercials of
I
the
would
time,
want
dude.
The commercials to break.
They
into
have
the
them, dude.
video
Yeah,
online.
it's fantastic. It
It's
really brings you
interesting to
back.
see. It's interesting what kind of shows we bring up randomly.
Yeah.
Right? If it wasn't like Chips or
G.I. Joe.
or-
I was thinking
G.I.
G.I.
Joe.
Joe.
It's Punky Brewster.
But we
I
all
love it.
went there too. I mean, but we all,
Hey, it's
yeah.
okay, TNC. I got it. It's cool.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
then-
like it. I like. I just saw it. I dig it.
But we all went there in our head too.
What's
We're like,
funny
yeah,
was
Punky.
that-
I'm like, yeah, I did. Like,
I
Is I
did.
look for
I
the-
did. Then it hit me. I'm all.
What's funny is I look for the trailer because I wanted to see it again, and the first one that pops up is a parody trailer that they did it with Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar. It was like oh my god,
A Punky
I
Brewster.
forgot
or
how
Talking Bad
funny that
Batch?
thing was.
Yeah.
I put it in the chat, but it's freaking
I'll have
hilarious.
to watch it.
Oh man. Hey, okay, real fast before we run out of time, I do want to get to the Thrawn book that
Oh, dear.
that our own Chris got because he is awesome and he got an advanced copy of it.
I
So
did.
it'd be we have to
We're
do
gonna talk about
our
it now.
we have to do our diligence. Yeah.
It came out. It came out yesterday, but I am done.
Yeah,
But,
like I said, we have to do our diligence and we have to make sure that the advanced copies still come because Chris is going to do a non-spoiler review on that book
Yes.
because we can.
I'll do a spoiler one later too, but this one right here is a
Yeah.
non-spoiler. Okay,
Go for it.
so it's Thrawn, the greater good. Thrawn Ascendancy, greater good. The book's actually upstairs. That's just a dust cover, so I didn't post it up. It's actually more like the gooder good, maybe the pretty good. It's not the greater good.
Oh, okay.
It's so we gotta remember Ascendancy is the prequel to all the Thrawn books, right? This is Thrawn back in the Chiss Ascendancy, back in the unknown regions, or the chaos as they call it. They don't call it unknown because they know what it is. The other side, the core worlds, are the lesser space. Okay, that's where we're at. We've talked about the families last year, how Thrawn's family, the Chiss family hierarchy, the 9 ruling families. Now we learn there's a next level of 40 families. That have ties into the 9 family. So you get more into the politics,
Right.
and kind
The
of more
structure.
how his weakness really comes out a lot because the funny that Thrawn doesn't understand politics, considering the entire race is built on family politics, like
Right.
completely built on it. So the fact that he's oblivious to it is crazy. His own people. This is kind of where the book falls. I don't really know what the whole point was, other than to get to book 3. Right.
Okay.
So when we left book 1, he just beat off the Nick Ardoon, and he does all of this Thrawn stuff.
What?
Right? He beat the Nick Ardoon.
Okay.
Okay. N-I-C-K, Nick Ardoon.
Yeah.
And now when we start the book, they're getting rid of the remnants of them. There's still pieces here and there. And then you start dealing with another set of aliens, but not being more espionage type stuff, not blasting. Okay?
Right.
I don't know. It was a lot of stuff going on in the book, but it didn't seem like to take me anywhere. Like they were on this one adventure. It seemed like it could have been part of a couple of different chapters in an arc in a book. Being the middle one, I kind of get it. I still love it. Again, I'm a Thrawn guy, right? So I still get Thrawn doing his thing and being basically, again, the leader I wish I had, the leader I want to be, right? He's that guy. I love the fact that they keep that same thing and how he takes care of his people, how he thinks things through. Even when he's wrong, and when he people don't agree with him, they've got to the point where, like Samacro pretty much admits that he can't stand Thrawn.
Right.
He hates his tactics, and he's completely off the wall. He's all butt, and he always pulls off with a butt, but he gets us through. He's going to get it done, and I guarantee you 100% he's going to get this done. That type of thing. He doesn't like it, but he trusts it.
Right. Like you said, the greater good kind of stuff.
Yeah, he is really the greater good of the Chiss. So anyway, without being spoilery, there's a lot of internal politics. We do meet a few new people. Oh man, I just lost her name. Lakinda, Admiral or what is it? Captain Lakinda. She's a really cool character. You get to watch her kind of change throughout the book, and I won't get into how she changes but it was kind of neat. And a couple other characters you kind of get set up early on where you think they're going to go one way and they don't, which I don't know if disappointed me or made me happy, right? Kind of like, man. But when I was done the book, a couple of things at the end were neat that led into the next book. The whole Myth family changes right near the end. The way a lot of their politics changes right at the end, and we're kind of getting set up for the Grisk finally. And that's kind of the whole point, is to get to there. I still don't know how the Grisk do what they do, but you can see that through this espionage part, right? Maybe kind of how it's there's a lot to be answered in the third book, and the third book's going to have to be 500 and something pages.
Well, yeah,
this was 430 as it was. And it left me a whole lot, to wonder about and think about. And I can tell I'm about to, I don't know what's going to pop, because they're starting to give me information on what the hell the tattoo means. So if it's something lame by the next book, I'm going to get upset. Because, okay, do you guys remember in the first book where he had was it the Prakash? I forget, the Prakash people, right? Anyway, they're the last of their folks, and he talked them into him being an art collector, and they gave him the last piece of art, a ring, to save from his people. Yeah. Well, in order to get back, he comes back, and after passing a test, he says, and I have this ring. They're all, you could have started with the ring. whatever.
Right.
But on the ring is the Chimera.
Yeah.
And at the same time, he's all, you could have led with. The guy said you could have led with that. Then all of a sudden, they're using a Nick Cardoon ship, an old one, as bait for this testing. And as it scrolls up, the Nick Cardoon are the bad guys. Remember from the last one? As it scrolls up, the Chimera is on the bottom of that ship.
Oh wow.
So now you've got two different alien races with the same symbol going on. And then one of the characters in there, well, you could have led with that. What's going on here with this? And so I'm about to get it, and they didn't give it to me.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be cool, dude.
It really better be.
I'm sure it'll be really cool.
I'm gonna be really
Or
upset.
it'll be absolutely nothing.
Nothing's cooler than dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Are
take
you
it.
waiting for the audio?
I put the auto on too. I started it today.
I have it. I ordered
Yeah.
it. I was like, man, when I saw you got the book, I was like, man.
Yeah. What's fun about what the cool part is, since reading it, I'm using Mark Thompson's voice in my head.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Right,
But there's a lot of new characters that I don't have Mark Thompson's voice to go through.
right, yeah.
So do you
when
keep
it's-
going to Mark Thompson's voice?
Yeah, when it's Aralani, no problem. When it's Thrawn, no problem. Cherie, nothing. Now I have nothing with any of these people, right? Thurfian even. I'm cool. But now you pull in Lakinda, so I have Lakinda's voice in my head. I'm going. So today I pop in the audio. She's freaking Eli. She sounds like Eli Vanto. It's horrible. I'm sorry, Mark. It is what I'm like. Oh man, that messed me up. Now I have to hear Eli.
It
Kinda-
wasn't what you thought.
Well,
right?
Kinda
we always
with a
said he's
higher
running
pitch.
out of voices. Like,
There's a couple repeated Imperial voices in the Chiss Army,
Right.
Navy.
Fine though. I mean, like, think about the amount of voices this guy had to go
exactly.
up with.
No, that's
get it.
it's
I get it. That didn't bug me. It's the fact that it was Eli.
yeah.
And that really hurts because Eli's a huge character to me.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming to get him back, right? At some point. So here's my thing. So is the Grisk piece, it can't come up yet in book 3. It can't be finalized because they're dealing with it in the future books with Thrawn and Vader.
Got
Thrawn
it.
and the Emperor.
Right.
They're worried about the Grisk, right? So it's not going to get finished here before he comes over to the Empire. So I'm wondering if book 3 is going to be in a combination like the Alliances book with Vader and Thrawn, when it would go back to the Clone Wars, back to the Empire, back to the Clone Wars, back. Are we going to get this Ascendancy book, the Lesser Evil, comes out in November, right? Is that going to be kind of like okay, here we are, dealing with the Grisk in Imperial time, and then back to this part when he's learning about the Grisk in Chiss, Ascendancy time, it's gonna be kind of weird. I don't know how they're gonna tie it up, or does it finally get tied up in the Ahsoka thing somehow? Because you can't leave this big old Grisk string hanging forever because they're leading back into it again.
Yeah.
And it does seem like they are kind of, I mean, at least from my understanding from reading the first trilogy, they are very Yuzan Vong almost, the way they kind of presented this enormous threat that, lurks in the shadows.
And that'd be awesome if it plays out in live action eventually.
Yeah, it would have to be pretty. It's going to be huge if it does, and I'm all for it, man. If this Ahsoka thing somehow turns into that's the drama, that she's looking for Thrawn, Thrawn's looking for the Grisk to defeat the Grisk with using the old remnants of the Empire.
Yeah.
That's what I want. And he's talked Ezra into sticking with him for it.
Yeah, that makes that makes a great story for like the Ahsoka, the Ahsoka spinoff.
Yeah, what else would they be doing?
Exactly. That's what, because
brace yourself for the disappointment
again.
Are they just gonna chase each other?
But that makes it a combination of getting the Yuzan Vong in there, the heir of the Empire stuff.
Right.
Big old combination of things. Yeah. They've already used a lot of stuff. It's so perfect.
Cool.
But it depends on this next book, and what happens with some of these books in the trilogies, right? Is once you get the next installment, this one will make more sense. Like, oh, that's why he had this piece, because he wrote them together. Obviously, if one coming out yesterday,
right,
coming out in November, they're already pretty.
Oh yeah. He wrote them back to back. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So really, technically, when you're in the last third of this book to the next third of the first book, or the third book, you're really in the middle.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a little bit tougher to judge the middle book. And I was kind of the same way with Alliances when that came out. That's my least favorite of the first trilogy. So maybe I'm to that point. I don't hate it at all. But if I'm going to rate it, here's the thing. I was trying to do a 5 scale, right? I'm all, you know what? 4 is me being a fanboy. I definitely wouldn't give it a 4 out of 5. That's me being a fanboy. But I wouldn't give it a 3 out of 5. So I had to bump it to a 10 so I could play a little bit.
Gotcha. Right.
So 7.5 is where I'm at out of 10.
Pretty good. I consider that about a C rating almost.
Yeah, and that's really hard for me to do on a Thrawn book. So I'm hoping the third book is because the other ones are all 8.5 to
yeah. I always love middle books because the middle ones are supposed to be the most destructive, the most depressing, the most you take the characters, you put them in the worst possible scenario you can. And
Empire Strikes Back, The Last Jedi,
Attack of the Clones, the world's in peril about Attack of the Clones. I mean, even though Episode 3 went off even darker.
It's such a great example. Attack of the Clones.
I'm just saying it puts it in peril. But
it didn't feel like there's a looming threat, but I wouldn't say they're in immediate peril, at least that they know of. See, usually the heroes know they're in peril, right?
Right.
Thrawn has no clue what's going on behind the scenes right now, and that's what's going to screw everything.
That's what maybe it disrupts his whole world. That'd be awesome,
Yeah, and it is very disruptive. That's the cool part about it. It's a little bit different. It's not warfare. It's a lot of it's not. There's blasting and stuff and a whole lot of strategy and tactics, right? But the major threat is not that. The major threat is a thinking piece, and which is perfect for Thrawn, right? Gotcha. And you know what? One last point on here. I really do make a point where I don't like all the non-Star Wars type books, right? The Squadron books to me don't feel it. I don't dig on that. The Battlefront books are okay, and Inferno Squad's pretty good. Usually I need a Jedi or some stuff or something going, but the Thrawn books aren't like that. I don't know, but just because I've always loved Thrawn and he's part of Star Wars to me because of our, right? Maybe that's what it is, but I don't mind that there's not all that. They do talk about the Force quite a bit, but it's more touching something else other than the Force.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
and
man.
I do really think we're going to find a time, because it's the last thing. They did drop the time. Remember when we left the chaos, we went out to lesser space and we helped the Chiss went and helped fought in the war with the two other species, the Jedi and the Sith, right? They're talking about the Sith Wars or the
yes,
right? They keep bringing. This is like the fourth time they've referenced it, so there's got to be a point.
Yeah,
where we're getting that story.
Fingers crossed, man.
Can't reference it that many times.
If they continue to reference it in more locations, again, like you said, with the Ahsoka would be so perfect to really tie it all in.
Now, my other thing with that is, there's only one reason they would go and fight in that war, and they do have Skywalkers who are Force sensitive.
Right.
I know it's only the females right now, but I think thousands of years ago it might have been different, and we're going to find out some reason. I'm telling you, Thrawn's still got some Force sensitivity. That's
cool.
All it can be. I'm still there. But,
What if it comes out in the Ahsoka series, not the Thrawn book, but I mean, like, that. Then you have to use those. Then it makes people like, oh, I got to read these 6 books, for source material, to really catch up on Thrawn. That's the smart way to do it.
It's different. They're not going to levitate stuff,
right?
But they're going to sense things.
It's like spider sense, spidey sense kind of stuff.
That's all they have. That's
Suddenly I have this in my head now where I'm sitting here trying to headcanon how it is that eventually Shmi Skywalker could be a descendant of the Skywalkers that came over with Thrawn's people to fight in the Mandalorian Wars and stuff, and the Sith War.
Yeah, where did she get the name Skywalker? You know what I mean?
It's funny. In one of the books was funny because they did say that apparently it's common in lesser space.
Gotcha.
So then it hit me that it's a common name in lesser space, and I'm like, oh, there's trillions upon trillions of people
like Smith.
Yeah, like Skywalker is not that uncommon a name, I guess. Yeah.
Well, then Ray's fine taking it. It's like Indiana Jones.
Right.
But
Jones, yeah.
Right.
Think about it though. I mean, if they did come out and these are the Skywalkers, and eventually that'd be kind of. I mean, that's making this vast galaxy really tiny again. But it would just be a fun little nod.
Yeah, something. I think it was a cool nod anyway when they did it in that book, right? When he came up, and it was neat because they started that book. This is the alliances. Yeah. When young Anakin meets Thrawn, he says, "This is General Skywalker," and Thrawn pauses a second.
Yeah,
right.
And what happens is, for those of you that haven't read these books, is the Chiss have navigators, how they get through the chaos in the unknown regions. The navigators are young Chiss girls that are basically Force sensitive, that have precognitive abilities to sense when to turn and do things, right? So that's what I'm talking about there with that and Chiss having the Force. So it's totally possible.
Right. And they were called Skywalkers.
Oh, sorry. That's right. Yeah. They're called Skywalkers. So Thrawn pauses. Later on, Vader, Anakin never knows this. Later on, they have Vader during the Empire, and Vader makes Thrawn tell him after he saves a couple of them, right? He tell me the story. And he's finally like, okay, here's the deal. They're called, he always said, remember when. Yeah. And Vader would get pissed at him, like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been here. I've never said that, blah, blah, because the Jedi would never. But he says,
Sure.
I met young Skywalker, and he was taken aback, or I was taken aback when he introduced himself as Skywalker, because these are called.
Right.
He says it in Tune, but they would translate to Skywalkers.
Awesome.
Which is neat. Sorry, long tangent there on a.
No, that's good. It's
on
those
3
are the
books ago.
Yeah, those are the little things, though. I mean, honestly, like Scott kind of says, it ties in the vast galaxy into a common language there.
You know what? And since I was commuting and I didn't have a chance I couldn't do the audio version of this book, I was still listening to the other books.
Right.
The first, and Logan's like, "How can you do that?" I'm all, "It's different time frames, dude. No problem."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's very true.
You're a braver man than I couldn't
No.
do it. I'd get
It was no sweat. I know right where I'm at. I'm in the Empire right here, and when I'm reading a book, I'm in the Chiss Ascendancy.
Yeah.
so, pa.
I hope you get the full meaning of your tattoo. I really do.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
And it better
it
be
doesn't
awesome.
come to fanboy terms.
Right.
Jar Jar Binks.
Right. I really hope it's not something where I'm like, "Damn, cover up."
Right. Yeah.
We won't. None of us will say anything. We're just like,
Yeah.
we're like,
Oh, that's what it is.
why is Chris always wearing long sleeves even in the summer now? I don't get it.
What is it? Knife or heat? Knife or fire?
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
Take it off.
Diaper,
Thing off
Sons
for-
of Anarchy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. Well, hopefully you do a hot topic that breaks down all. Maybe that another
We'll do
one
a
too.
book club.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes.
do a book club on it. If whoever wants to read it, well, as you're done, I'm ready.
Cool.
Actually, I'll listen to it again this week. I'm driving, so I'll listen to it
Yeah, man.
and get it gone again, and we'll get a little club. Whoever wants to go in.
Nice.
I'll try to get it read. I haven't even downloaded it yet. I haven't had time. Life.
Yeah. Well, I do want to end the podcast on a angry note. I want to give the floor to Scott, and I'm sure Ernie will be chiming in here too, because Scott had a little rant on our little private chat about Hasbro and the Black Series and what the heck's going on with Hasbro and Star Wars toys. So Scott, go for it, man.
So Hasbro, in their infinite wisdom, has decided that they are going to increase prices on all of us due to the cost of materials from plastic, the packaging materials. And I'm just like, come on, man. You got,
Yeah, you're already
you can't even figure out how to get proper distribution. You can't figure out how to get the figures in people's hands on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And you're just going to increase the prices on these things that are already, speaking as a G.I. Joe and Star Wars collector, you can't get this stuff, man.
Right.
And
you're increasing prices. Yeah.
Increasing prices, and they're continuing with their, let's talk about their Target exclusives. We all know what kind of a nightmare that is.
They're doubling down on it again. Like, it's just it's frustrating, man. Like,
and Mike and I had a I don't want to say a tete-a-tete, but we had a discussion in the group where it was like he was playing devil's advocate, and it's cute that they want to keep doing this, but they can't get the figure. I mean, let's talk about the Cobra Island figures for G.I. Joe.
Right.
Okay, Ernie, let's talk about that, huh?
Yeah.
They cannot keep those figures. They can't get enough of those figures out, and they know the demand is there.
Even on Hasbro Pulse, for God's, I mean, they put them on there.
Gonna say. So here's, you know, I can get fanboy Mike's devil advocate about it, because here all of a sudden they went up. You can't get them at Target for anything. You're paying 4 times the price to try and acquire this.
Right.
You need multiple friends to try and help you get these, and then you make army builders an exclusive, from Cobra Troopers to the Vipers and all characters that we want. Firefly.
Firefly.
So then all of a sudden, yes, all of a sudden your Hasbro Pulse membership was free for a year.
Right.
Then they take it away, and are you going to pay $50 for it? I'm sorry, right now I'm not, because it's such a gamble as far as when you get a figure somewhere else or finding it here.
Yeah.
Then they said they were going to have paid partner exclusives. We didn't know what that means. And all of a sudden, just like Marco said last week, they put up Firefly and
the Cobra Viper.
And the Cobra Viper.
Yeah.
One per person.
Right. One per person.
Throwing in there if you had your Hasbro Pulse, and those were gone in seconds.
Seconds.
Yeah,
I barely got the
30
email.
seconds.
I've got the email, went over, sold. I was like, why even do it? Why even do it? And I do want to say one thing about the price increase. If I would gladly pay $24.99 a Black Series if they do, even if Marvel Legends stayed at $19, but Marvel Legends gives you build-a-figures. They give you more accessories. They give you effect packs. okay, I would pay $24.99 for Black Series moving forward if they started giving us Build-A-Figure, accessory
Something
packs,
else.
more head sculpts. I mean,
More
they're
hands.
not
More
giving
hands.
us anything
But those are
more.
the $30 packs, aren't they?
Like
Right,
Boba Fett is
for no
$30.
For-
Okay,
correct.
that
Now,
a
Boba Fett
Marvel
shouldn't have been 30.
Yeah,
I'm
and
a
a-
Fett fan. It shouldn't have been.
Yeah, and Marvel
should've
Legends,
came
that's
out
what
as a
you
new
would
one.
get in a Marvel Legends figure. You'd
Yes.
get head sculpts, so build it for $19.99.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I get that. Okay, so Cliff in the chat, him and I all had this talk a long time, a lot of times about merchandising in Star Wars, like Black Series, and what sells, what doesn't sell. You know, like the sequel toys are always like, they don't make enough, and because no one's buying all that stuff. But I honestly think Hasbro is still very, very scared of Star Wars. I don't know why. I really don't, because it's proven time and time again. They throw a figure on there, especially original trilogy, and it's gone. I mean,
Now, G.I. Joe, I get it, because you're talking about a military figure. And
Right.
they've tried to make them fantastic, tried to give them sci-fi weapons. G.I. Joe's always kind of had a sci-fi aspect to it. But I think G.I. Joe scares the crap out of Hasbro, because it's guns, it's swords, it's knives. But then again,
right.
we've got Star Wars. They've got lightsabers.
Yeah.
They've got guns. I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
They won't give us in the GI Joe classified. They won't give us guns. They give us Nerf guns.
right.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
literally replicas of Nerf guns.
Just like
Yep.
Scott
turned
told
down
me.
to toy
Scott told
size.
me they'll never, ever, ever, ever
Nope.
give me a Megatron that transforms into a
No.
gun again.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, it's
he
not
will
going to
always
happen.
he will always be a tank.
Yeah.
Correct. So you know you got to pay your $50 to hope that you can get these on Hasbro Pulse, and they don't give them to you.
Mm-mm.
And
They
now they're
sell out
going
in
to
seconds.
they're going
Seriously.
to raise the price. And I'm sorry, I haven't seen anything on the shelf forever.
No.
Okay.
The most that I heard going around is there was a shipper at Walmart for the new Bo-Katan series with Asajj and everybody.
Yeah.
And that was at least 2 cases. But then
And
that's it.
it was filled with they had one in, I think, in Atlanta, but it was filled with Jar Jars.
Let me tell you something.
Jar
guys.
Jar's still
let,
around.
Let me tell you that the companies don't care. No,
You're right.
You guys didn't figure that out. Here's why.
Yeah.
No,
Because they
of
make
course
they
don't
make
care.
a certain number of figures because they've got everything already mapped out. The logistics are done. They have so many molds, so many machines that can do it. They've priced out how many units they have to make so much money. They put those things out. They sell. They don't care if it goes to a scalper, to a Target employee, to a Walgreens employee, to anybody. Give
Yeah.
a damn, right?
But
Doesn't matter. Does it piss you guys off? Yeah, but
Yeah.
it gets sold, so they don't care.
here's the other thing, though. Okay, how come Mattel can do it?
I don't know.
Answer me that.
Different-
How come
different
Mattel can do
leadership?
it? Different leadership, different strategies.
Different strategy because there might be more. They might be a little bit less. I don't know what you call it, churn or shrinkage or whatever on if you mass produce those, and they've probably done that before and done studies, and they're like, okay, on these particular things, this is me just thinking business
Right.
right? On these, we end up losing this much on overstock, okay? Look at all the stores and think back 15, 20 years, okay? And think about Halloween, how it used to be like 8 rows, right? And there were 3 rows of costumes and everything was on the floor. Dude, I worked at Target when I was a teenager, man. So I know these things were a mess. We would lose so much money on it. Now you go one aisle really with costumes
Right.
and it's barely any.
Right.
You know, much less candy. They don't keep restocking. Once you get one stock, that's it. You're not restocking for months. You know, that kind of stuff. They've all cut back on supply because they know they can make their money there. And even if they run out and people still wanted it, they made more money by stopping than they would have by making too much. You know,
Yeah.
when I make dinner for somebody, I'd rather make too much than too little. And I
Right.
spend more. But as a company, you'd rather make too little, hit it right on the
Oh
dot,
yeah,
a
yeah.
little
So there's no
less.
surplus. It got
Yeah, man.
I also-
that's how you do it.
I also understand, and again, I know Ernie could probably argue this point too, but again, I always compare because Marvel Legends is like a flagship sample. They could put 5 waves a year, right, and all of them will sell. They don't do that with
More
Star
than
Wars.
that right now.
Yeah,
Right,
more than that.
correct,
So
they don't.
I was gonna ask, do you think it's a case of spreading themselves too thin? Meaning, they put 30 characters in a year, they just have to go to the next 30 the next year because it's too much too fast. Meaning, okay, like Chris said, we can only make this much. Let's move on to the next one. Let's make this much.
I'm kind of with Chris and Cheney on this
Uh-huh.
as far as an explanation. Chris is right. They've stuck to this as what worked. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah.
Star
They
Wars
already
fans,
have their money.
We're going to buy it no matter what.
It's
And they've
printing
known
money,
that
yeah. It's
for years.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I said the last time, you know, I got a lot of crap for saying, oh, we shouldn't have had the Lando. Let's get more people. because everybody was like, well, that's Lando. He's a solid character. Okay, we've had all those though.
Right.
Let's get our
Right.
aliens and everything, like I said.
I get it.
And then
Yeah.
Cheney's like, everybody keeps buying it no matter what, so they don't have to go to anywhere else.
Right.
We keep doing it as long as it keeps selling. Then that's all we do. That's it.
And
Now,
even
when
if
it
you
comes to
don't buy it, Ernie,
Boba
somebody
Fett.
else will.
That's what I was-
Shoppers
I've
will, yeah.
had to pick and choose for years now.
Yeah.
And that's exactly true.
Yep.
Because yes, they buy everything. Scott has dwindled down on collecting, right?
Big time.
I mean, and we used to do it all for everything.
Yep. And you guys used to be the money.
Yes.
Now it's this
Yes.
resale crap. The ones that
Absolutely.
buy it from wherever and resell it online. That's
Right.
What if
Joey knows
if
that
they
too. Of
made
just
it-
trying to find it or get it.
If they
I'm to
made
the
it and they
point-
made it available, I would throw down for it.
Yes.
Yeah, you
put down the
would.
money for it.
You
I'm to the
would.
point where I don't want. I'm done looking around, scrambling around, buying anything anymore because I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anywhere.
I just scour the internet.
How does Fanboy Mike get his stuff? Through all of us.
Yep.
Because he can't find it either.
We don't
No,
tell
I'm
his wife
serious,
that though.
because-
Don't.
And
Yeah,
that's what I'm
absolutely
saying.
right. Yeah,
That's
you're
how
absolutely
we
right.
got to do everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it sucks because, and why I started collecting Marvel Legends and everything more. GI Joe is just, I don't have like the old GI Joe stuff like Scott does.
Yeah, I've got
So-
a complete collection. So
Correct.
I'm-
So this
I'm-
is
yeah.
this is back to new for me, and this is why I try so hard to get this one. It's in the 6-inch version.
Right,
I got rid of my 3 3/4 Star Wars. I do Black Series, then I stopped that. But the Marvel Legends seems like they just had a Marvel Monday, and they were
Yeah.
live, and all 3 of them, and they another wave coming out, and they answer questions, and they're a team, and they hit all aspects. They hit comic, they hit movie. They even give answers. Hey, they have 4 different troop builders out.
Yeah.
And more coming out. And again, we're sitting here as Star Wars fans, as I always say, getting slapped in the face because, as Chris said, we were the money. We started this a long time ago.
Mhm.
Black Series was supposed to be for collectors, and now it's just whatever. And we get like a good wave that came out, like this last wave and like that. But then it doesn't still happen. Now you're going to go to $24.99. It's still limited to try and get it. You're not getting extra hands,
Right.
extra
Nothing
guns,
getting
extra
more for your money.
getting
Yeah.
nothing
fire
extra.
explosions. Maybe a little swoosh action for the blade would be awesome.
They do it once and then they drop it for like years, right? We'll never see that again.
Dooku only has that,
Yeah.
right? Or who else
Yeah.
has it?
Dooku,
Just
that's it.
Dooku. That's
But
it.
that
That's it.
effect would have been perfect for the new Qui-Gon they just put out. Like put that, the green, right? They if they're
For
gonna
anyone.
yeah, if they're gonna or come out with a pack of swooshing lightsabers, like just that.
And
So
then
we
here's
can
the craziness right now. So now you go to exclusives. This Father's Day, as we mentioned real
Yeah, I
quick,
saw
those
that.
Clone Wars ones,
yeah,
that's going to be the Target Father's Day exclusive.
really,
Uh-huh.
really.
Father's Day exclusive.
So again, we all said, that'd be amazing to get. What's our chance of actually really getting it?
I don't know, dude. And I've been with Scott before. Like I said, I used to do this back with me and Chris back in 1999, 1996, all those things. Really going and midnight to premiere and getting all the toys
Yeah,
right.
I remember talking crap about you guys.
Right,
Yeah.
and I went with Scott, and we almost got into a fight with somebody. So it's like, forget it, dude. I ain't doing it
right.
no more. It's like,
Correct. Oh, here's another good example. The next GI Joe Target exclusive is Major Blood.
right. We can cross
Another
that off
great
our list
character
as
that you
we're never
want.
gonna get.
Somebody got some early.
Yeah.
They have to keep shutting down the eBay ones because they're
Yeah.
going sky high.
Yeah.
And I get they're doing that on purpose to show a point, but at the same time,
Yeah.
you have them that they do sell for 4 times as much, and like that,
Yeah.
somebody already snagged a case of them. They're gone. Like, why would you do that?
I don't.
My toy contact that I talk to at Target all the time, she has to actually keep the Star Wars figures and the GI Joes behind the electronics counter,
Mhm.
so she can make sure that people aren't grabbing all of them at the same time.
Right. Put one.
Right.
Yeah. I know.
And it's just
That's
they
why.
just
That's why
don't
my
send enough.
pre-orders. That's why I appreciate Big Bad, Dorkside Toys, Amazon
Yes.
to an extent, and Hasbro Pulse to an extent. You know what I
guys all
mean?
laugh at Amazon and their shipping and stuff. I have still not really got jacked up from Amazon. All my stuff
I haven't
comes
either.
pretty pristine.
Yeah.
mine
You
too.
know, I
I
have
get,
gotten some, but I don't.
and I
man, I
rip
don't
those
even
boxes
have-
open, those pristine boxes right
Exactly.
open. I'm like,
See,
Exactly.
I've gotten the envelope packages.
Yeah.
I've gotten,
see that.
I've gotten 3 packs on the
Hey,
on a
right here.
3-pack Marvel
Guess what
Legends
came in
set.
here?
See? Yeah. the 3-packs with the sticker, your shipping sticker just thrown right on it.
The old KB trick, right? KB Twister,
Yeah,
slap.
like,
So-
okay.
I see a lot of stuff, and I'm like, man, my boxes are pretty good.
Yeah.
It's crazy. If it wasn't for Amazon or Big Bad Toy
Correct.
or even a Dork Side, I wouldn't have half of the figures I've gotten in the
That's what I'm
last year.
saying.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. You know,
Yeah.
and Hasbro allocates
And we didn't
so
even
much
say
to
Hasbro
them.
Pulse because
It's
it
a
goes
joke.
everywhere. We found it somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And you cancel those orders.
You cancel
90% of my orders at Hasbro Pulse have been canceled because I found it elsewhere.
Mhm.
Thanks to my Target contact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really wish that we would get a new Hasbro team.
Yeah, you
Because
know,
Chris
on,
is absolutely right. It just
on their
they've
live
stuck to the
events,
one thing, and that's it.
on their live events, Ernie, you've seen them, right? The live streams,
Yes.
and they come up on there, and there's like 4 of them, and they always say, "We recognize, we understand, we listen,
We hear what you're
we
saying.
hear what you're saying," and that spiel has been going on for years now, or since
They're-
I've been collecting, right?
they're-
It's a slap in the face. too.
It is.
It's a
They're-
slap
and
in
it's
the face.
like-
It is. They're reading the prompter. They
Yeah.
don't even say Star Wars.
It's
names
they're
right.
pacifying, right? Because
No, they don't.
they go.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even think Hasbro Pulse those classified that they put on. I don't think they had any. They did the Target thing, put it up, sold out, just to say that we are getting the exclusives put on our site. They
Yeah.
probably didn't have one to sell. You know, I don't know if anybody who
I
got
saw
one.
some come in today, but I didn't see everybody showing that they got it.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
I did see it. And again, there's a difference. That Marvel team is on Instagram,
Yeah,
on Twitter, showing off their stuff, constantly talking. They've been on our show.
yeah,
They've been on.
yeah, dude. Like, well, Marvel hit
They're
it
Not
from.
Dolls episode.
Yeah,
with
Marvel
us.
hit a stride.
Cool.
Marvel Legends hit a stride, and like
Yes.
Scott said, there's not a lot of figures that they haven't produced, but they hit a stride. They hit a number. They hit a collector's market that Star Wars was always known for the 3 3/4. That they went into the 6-inch field, and they figure, let's give them less. They'll pay more. You know, will pay the same price they're paying, and we'll give them less. And that trend continues because, like Chris said, it's tried and true. The numbers do not lie.
Bottom
The-
line, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, the
that's-
spreadsheet's
and-
like, we made $2 million per figure. Why change?
You're paying for the name. It's
Yeah.
different. It's like we're doing a handbag or sunglasses or anything else, and that's not just bash on Marvel. It's just Star Wars collecting is different.
Exactly.
And
It
and
is.
it's
I honestly think too. I mean, nowadays, right? Like there's Iron Mans everywhere. I'm just comparing Iron Man to Darth Vader, right? Like Darth Vader, you have so many options for Darth Vader. I mean,
Not on
yeah.
a peg.
tens of thousands of versions for collecting Darth Vader anything.
Yeah.
Marvel,
and when it really comes down to it,
Yeah.
it's the same.
yeah.
I get that there's different versions of in the movies, right? And the
Mm.
eyes and everything.
It's the same thing, dude. Yeah.
Really, it's
It
Darth
is.
Vader through and through. Iron Man has Mark 85.
Yeah.
whatevers, you know. And sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, you
but
know,
yes.
it maybe it's, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just more Star Wars collecting is more pick and choose because we have more of a variety. You know, we can go with anything from, you know, salt and pepper shakers all the way to $1,000 life size figures. So I don't know.
You know, it's a good point though too. As far as the slap in the face that me and Joey always say is, this Marvel Monday that they just had, they released the whole Disney Plus wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Vision,
Yeah,
the Vision
they did.
series, the brand new Captain America and
Right.
Winter Soldier series.
Yeah.
Even a Loki figure that's not even coming out yet.
Right.
And I'm still waiting for my Boba Fett.
Well, they are
But you
doing
can
a
say
May
that
4th
it's-
live stream, and
to
it's
say
supposed to
that
be
it's even
revealed.
coming
So
out.
yeah,
and that movie's been out since 1980.
right, exactly.
No, I'm saying I want the new Mando version.
I know.
Oh,
And we-
1983. Okay.
We
got
could
it.
have more. You know what I'm saying?
But there,
And
yeah, there. Like I said, there is a May 4th live stream scheduled for Hasbro.
I almost guarantee you they're going to probably do some kind of I guarantee probably that they're going to do some kind of a Razor Crest updates. I don't
yeah.
see them.
They said
doing-
reveals and pre-orders. They did say it.
Yeah, they're
It's
gonna,
gonna be
another
ex-
Boba Fett repaint.
exclusive.
still
Walmart.
right, still not the new Mando, our new official.
Oh, it's going to be the
It'll
Clone War
be-
figures.
They're going to show them open.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
it'll be
maybe
pre-ordered.
Boba Fett's now that the animated Boba Fett's short is on Disney.
Oh, yeah,
it'll
yeah.
be that.
Okay,
version.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
But it has to be a different bucket. It has to be that different bucket.
Correct.
If they're just going to give us colors.
Boba Fett. Okay.
No, he's
Yes.
talking. Ernie doesn't want to repaint. He wants his new sculpt
Correct.
that fits the holiday edition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think what we're going to get on May the 4th is
Slap in
more
the-
pictures of what
Slap in
could
the
be.
face.
Right, because dude, there's still stuff out there
Gotta be
that
the-
was shown at old Comic Cons that still never came out.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? And I think they're going to open up
Well-
the Target stuff. It's going to go up for pre-order, and maybe only one of our 6 will get it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the 4 figures.
Yeah.
I think they're going to open up and show those what we could expect, and then probably
more pipeline figures.
More pipeline
pipeline.
figure. Yeah.
another Luke, another Darth Vader, and
There's no more Lukes
something
to
else.
make unless they do a resculpt. You know, back to
Yeah,
Tank
there is.
Luke,
They
I
could
guess.
do,
Back to
they
Tank
could do
Luke.
Crate Luke. They could do Crate Luke.
Oh, okay.
They
Oh,
do-
yeah. Crate
Yeah.
Luke, back to Tank Luke,
Act 2 Luke, where he's just in the brown.
Force
suit.
Ghost Luke.
Force
Oh,
Ghost.
haven't
you
done that
guys
yet.
in your sequel, Luke.
I know, right? Look, I'm going like complete the
you were,
OG.
you were in the OG.
I was, see? I was like,
there.
There's no
You
more,
were.
but back to Tank Luke. I'm not talking about the
Back
other
to
one.
Tank Luke.
A whole bunch of-
I'm talking about old man Luke who feels the same way I do about life.
Right.
Talking
All
about-
right, cool, guys.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll continue that conversation, I'm sure, off the air and probably onto the after the May 4th reveals, quote unquote reveals. But other than that, we're out of time. Let's get out of here. Thank you very, very, very much for the guys in the pit that have been all over the place. You guys showing up. This is great. Make sure that if you're in our area or in the SoCal area, you want to go for a trivia on May 4th. I know it's a Tuesday, but it'll be a lot of fun. I will
I got a
post.
spiel about that.
Go for it.
I got it prepped.
Go
All
for
right.
it. Go for it.
Tuesday, May 4th at 7 p.m. at the Social in Apple Valley on the corner of Yakaloma and Apple Valley Road. You can join us, the Sarlacc Digest, for trivia. We're going to have some prizes. It's 21 and over, so don't bring your kids. Might get a little rowdy. There's going to be food. The 501st is confirmed. The 501st is going to be there, buckets in hand. I know Bravo said that he's going to be there with his new Boba Fett gear.
Yeah.
I hope
I
so.
can't wait to see that. There's going to be freebies. We'll probably have bumper stickers or something to give out.
We will.
Maybe some
100%.
t-shirts. Maybe some t-shirts.
It might be.
Don't promise.
Might be a surprise.
I'm
I'm
not-
not
that's
saying.
what I'm
I just said
saying, maybe.
might
I'd
be
like
a
a
surprise.
Maybe. So yeah, join us again. That's Tuesday. Oh, wait.
There's
There's
more.
There's more.
There's more. It is also a toy and book drive to benefit the United Way. So
Yes.
in order to get in, please bring a toy, an unwrapped toy. It doesn't have to be Star Wars, though. As a matter of fact, it's kind of difficult to find Star Wars toys.
Right.
As we just talked about.
Exactly. You know what? Just bring a toy valued $10 or more, unwrapped. We'll have a box there to put it in, and all of that benefits the United Way. That's the price of admission. Okay, it's a worthy cause.
Yes.
Please join us again. It's Tuesday, May 4th, 7 p.m. at the Social in Apple Valley.
Awesome. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait just to get out and do something. I think there are gonna be doing social things, right? Face masks. If anybody's concerned with that, I don't know if they're. I don't know what's going on with that stuff
I have
anymore.
no
I
idea.
really don't. But anyway, bring a mask just in case.
Whatever the local guidelines say, just be ready for it.
Exactly. All right.
Bring a mask and
Good answer, Chris.
That,
Good
yeah.
Very good answer.
Good
Exactly. And with that, Chris, take it away. Where can we find you?
on any of the Sarlacc Digest social media platforms or Hot Topic Podcast on Instagram.
Awesome. Scott Solo.
Hey, you can find me at The Art of Scott Solo on Instagram and Facebook, or just, in our Sarlacc Digest Central page on Facebook. So just hop on there, join in the discussion, and get in the know, as they say.
Can I jump back in? Sorry.
Yes.
And on the RLU network and the Red 5 network,
Thank you.
have been slacking on the network plugs. So, oops.
Yes. No, it's very important because there's amazing
It
shows on
is.
there.
They
Awesome,
are.
awesome. Fanboy Mike's great to see your face on here, man. And you will be present next week, right? You will be there.
I still think it's.
will be-
I still think he's actually Elena Stafford. I mean,
I
that's
know.
what
I signed in as hers.
Where can we find you,
You'll
Mike?
Find me at the social on May the 4th, but
There you go.
You'll find me here every other week. I'm not because I work nights and the whole night, but
Yeah.
you guys will find me here every now and then.
Cool. Bootleg Joe.
You can find me here at the Sarlacc Digest. Coming soon on TikTok, maybe. And
Word.
you'll see me at the May
Zoinks.
4th event and the May 4th slap in the face.
Okay, this is why TikTok has become important, guys. I'm going to tell you this story. So my
Yeah.
dumb son, my son's in high school, right? And he comes home yesterday and saying, "Oh man, we just trashed a girls' softball field because they trashed our field." I'm like, "Oh great, I'm gonna get a call from the principal."
Or the
Yep.
police office, yeah.
But anyway, dummy had they. This is this generation, right? They go and TP it and throw glitter and everything, but they TikTok it, right? The girls got 250 views. These boys are at 1.1 million views right now. And it happened yesterday. Yeah, we need to be on TikTok yesterday.
That's right. So
And we need to tag this boys baseball team.
yeah.
And tag the team.
What the hell?
So we're gonna take one of our listeners and TP their house. Mando Mike. Okay.
Coming up.
Oh, hold on real quick. If anybody in the chat knows how to go through the
TikTok?
waters of TikTok, hit me up.
Yeah.
'Cause,
They know how to twerk, so they can
There you
teach.
go.
They can teach
I don't wanna
like
see
how
all
to
that.
twerk.
Get with Lucky. Lucky knows. Lucky TikToks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yes.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I know that we're going to be losing Ernie for a few months here, but don't worry, he will be back. It's just something that he's got to take care of.
Maternity leave.
Maternity leave,
you
you
go.
know. So Ernie, take it away, man.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. Yes, unfortunately, I got to step away for a few months. I'm going to do my best to show up at the May the 4th event. So be sure again to join us out there at the social. Bring a toy for the United Way. That's your way in. And then hopefully I will see you guys there. I will be stepping away though, which is unfortunate, but I will be back. And I appreciate everybody who hopped on tonight and continues to hop on. Please remember always to jump into the pit every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. You can follow all the guys on all our different social media outlets. But of course, you can find everybody at Sarlacc Digest Central on Facebook. If you need to get a hold of me, go to my own page on the Toy Migos. What's that thing called? The Discord? Our Discord. I have my own page there that everybody gets a hold of me for. Other than that, like I said, I'll be gone off of everything for a couple of months. I got to take care of some stuff, but be sure to enjoy the guys every Wednesday night at 8. And then the Toy Migos over there, we've stopped the Quickie Mini, so we're just back to Thursday nights at 8 as well too.
And your OnlyFans at the Freaky Fet.
Yes, please don't forget that. I need that.
That's
support.
not pausing.
Yeah,
Wow.
You'll go
working
over
on my
there.
new costume. Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
look
know,
up. See, there's a Freaky Fet now.
Yeah,
Mike,
you're right. Oh, I'm sure there
You
is.
go on OnlyFans, Mike. Find out if it's a Freaky Fet.
Yeah.
right.
I'm
I'll check
just-
it out. I have an account.
I'm just figuring out this whole TikTok thing. What the hell is a Discord?
Oh, geez, we got to catch you up
Discord.
on what,
No
as the
kidding.
kids would say. So we got to catch you up. But we'll talk about it. Yeah.
Jeez.
Cool, guys.
Discord's kind of huge. It's a whole talking.
Yeah, it's a
thing,
chat,
different chat
yeah.
rooms and everything.
Oh, it's like AOL back in the day. Okay,
No,
got it.
it's almost like Messenger, but broader.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
What about
Right,
starting
yeah.
a MySpace?
Yeah, let's do that. Well, see, everything
You can
that
bring
we're
it back.
laughing about is because this Discord started and everybody is like, "Oh, where's Ernie?" and I tagged him for this. I don't know how to work all that crap.
Right,
Like
yeah,
Joe
yeah.
was saying about the TikTok. So literally, Papa Schmitty made me my own room so people can talk to me and try and show me
Nice.
what they were tagging me. and
So we
everything.
need Papa Schmitty to make a Sarlacc Digest Discord room, and then
It's
Papa
easy.
Schmitty's-
I'm very familiar
Papa
with it.
Schmitty's the man to talk to. Yeah, Boucher, I'm sure
I'm
you're
very
with all
familiar
your
with it. We
video
have it
game-
with our video game stuff.
See?
So yeah.
There
we'll,
you go.
We'll get one going. We'll definitely get one going. All right,
Good
cool.
Lord.
Yeah, and so a special shout out to Santo 1414.
First in line today.
Um,
Yeah.
Adam the Urban Spidey was here. The Wrestling Hound, Treebeard. Please go subscribe to his YouTube and everything too. Barry's doing a lot of very cool things, so make sure you subscribe to his stuff
absolutely.
as well. And Papa Schmitty for showing up. Thank
down
you
counter
guys
B&B. She's
very
in there.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was everybody who was joining us earlier that we were having discussions and everything, and we're saying they were going to make very special appearances tonight. So
Awesome.
I greatly appreciate that.
Oh yeah, dude. It's the pit is, like I said, constantly being digested. I love it. I can't
Yes.
do the show honestly. The without that, it's another seventh person. It's the seventh member of us, and it's great. So I'm hoping that they all continue to check it out every week as we do this. We will be podcasting on May 5th, which was what Scott
Wednesday?
Cinco de Mando.
Cinco de Mando.
Cinco de Mando.
So we will be podcasting on that day because we got Bad Batch to talk about. We got May 4th to talk about, so it's going to be a big show
Boom.
next week. All right. With that, thank you, everybody. Scott.
Keep it nerdy.